Hey, hey guys, I am Retron Gamer, and this is the top 10 retired video game consoles. To me. Because I have almost every one. Not really. Number 10 would have to be the Dreamcast. To other people, it's very appealing, but to me, it's not really that good. I don't really like it that much. Sega Masterpiece. Released on 99/99 or September 9th, 1999. Best-selling game was Sonic Adventure 2. And great games on the console like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Seaman. Hi, my name is Leonard Nimoy. The Dreamcast came in two colors, including black and white. 4 controller ports, and the weird thing about this, otherwise from other games, the memory card went into the controller, which was weird at the time. Number 9 is a TurboGrafx 16. NEC's attempt in America at the video game market was a failure, and only like 24,000 were released. It was also known as the TurboGrafx 16 Entertainment Super System, or in Japan, just plainly the PC Engine. Released in 1990, it was extremely limited, like I said. Best-selling game was Bonk's Adventure. That game is awesome. It had a CD attachment, which had the first original Street Fighter game on it called Fighting Street. Number 8 would have to be the Atari 2600. Originally called the Atari... The prototype was called the Stella. My mistake, sorry. Originally called the Sears Play Game, or something like that. Or the Atari VCS, meaning Atari Video Computer System. Best-selling game was Combat, and Pac-Man, and games like Pac-Man and E.T. were, as some people said, the cause of the video game crash of 1970-something. I don't remember. Sold a ton, many gimmicks like the paddle controller and the driving controller, which are pretty much the same thing. Sorry about that. PlayStation 2, great PlayStation Sony system. The second best in my opinion. The PlayStation original was amazing, but the PlayStation 2 had many 3D games, and the best-selling game was, I believe, Gran Turismo 2. This was a competitor with the Xbox and the Nintendo GameCube, and it was the most expensive also. It could play DVDs and was backwards compatible with the PlayStation 1 games. You needed a memory card, like the original PlayStation, and if you connected it to your computer, you would have online play. Only a few games did that, though. Next would be the N64. Best-selling game. Super Mario Bros. 64. An amazing console for Nintendo and its first three-dimensional system. The GameCube would follow next. The N64 had 4-player, and one of my favorite games for that would be Super Smash Bros. And Star Fox 64. Other great titles include Super Mario Kart 64. One thing I didn't like about the N64 was the controller. I hated the controller. A lot of people hated the controller as well. I never knew how to hold the thing. It was hard to maneuver in games like Mario Kart. Also, I don't know what the reason was for the controller to have 3 pegs. It was just weird in a way. Next would be the Neo Geo AES. A home port of the Neo Geo MVS, released in America and was a 4th generation console. Released in 1990 with a price of $650. One of the rarest consoles today. Well, to me at least. You did need a memory card for it, and the controllers were giant joysticks. There were only a couple games that were actually rare now. A lot of them you can get for like $20 on eBay. A game back then would cost $150 just for a game. The games weigh 5 pounds a piece, which is really heavy. Because if you've ever seen a Neo Geo game. Next is Sega Genesis, my favorite Sega system. Introduced Sonic the Hedgehog and packaged with Altered Beast. This would introduce Sonic the Hedgehog, like I just said. Sonic the Hedgehog is now Sega's mascot. It's a lot better than Alex Kidd, who probably a lot of you don't know who the hell that is. Oh boy, this list is getting long. I'm getting tired. Anyway, the Sega Genesis had many peripherals, such as the Sega 32X and the Sega CD, the 6-button controller, and the Sega the Power Base converter, which I own, which allows you to play Sega Master System games, such as Shinobi. Okay. Number 2 would have to be the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. This is the video game console, sold as a robot gaming console and an entertainment gaming console. It stopped the video game crash in 1983 and brought back video games. Thanks to this system, we now have the video games we have today. Great titles include Super Mario Bros. 3, Contra, Castlevania, all 3 of them. And the best-selling game was Super Mario Bros. But the best-selling unpackaged game was Super Mario Bros. 3. Simplest controller, 2 buttons, a D-pad, and select and start. That's all you need. And the best system of all time to me would have to be the Super Nintendo. The controls, the games, everything was amazing. There's a mod you can do to your Super Nintendo so you can play Super Famicom games. I will make a video of that at some point. A great game for it would be Star Fox, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario All-Stars, and the best-selling game was Super Mario World. Donkey Kong Country, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3, Super Castlevania 4, Control's amazing, Star Fox, Killer Instinct, all the Mortal Kombat games. There's a lot of great games for this console. Also known as the Super Famicom. Came in cartridges. And it's just greatness. Thank you for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I am the Retron Gamer, signing out. Bye.